Hello and welcome to another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the show. On each episode, we take a look at a movie that is featured on Disney+. On this episode, we're going back to the 1980s to take a look at a movie featuring two comedy legends as we take a look at Big Business starring Lily Tomlin and Bette Midler. And if you are enjoying these videos, I do ask you please hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified with each new video. But for now, sit back and enjoy this episode of Disney Movie Investigation. So like I said, today we're covering Big Business. This movie was released on June 10th, 1988, and it was directed by Jim Abrams. It was written by Dory Pearson and Mark Reed RuPaul, and the production companies were Touchstone Pictures and Silver Partners 3, and it was distributed by Buena Vista Distribution. The budget for this movie was $20 million, and it had a box office return of $40.2 million. So doubled its money back. Not bad. So in terms of the production, originally the movie was written for Barbra Streisand and Goldie Hawn, but both of them turned it down. And the story is influenced by classic tales such as The Prince and the Pauper and The Town Mouse and Country Mouse and The Comedy of Errors. The production company could not get the rights to actually film in the Plaza Hotel in New York, so they built a replica at the sound stages in Walt Disney Studios. In order to recoup the costs, however, Disney would use the same set to film the short-lived sitcom The Nut House. In terms of the cast, we have Bette Midler, who plays Sadie Shelton and Sadie Ratiff. Lily Tomlin plays Rosie Ratiff and Rose Shelton. Fred Ward plays Rumi Demick. Edward Herrmann plays Graham Shelbourne. Michael Placido plays Fabio Albertini. And Seth Green, as a young actor, plays Jason. In terms of the plot, in the 1940s, in the small town of Jupiter Hollow, two sets of identical twins are born at the same hospital on the same night. One set to a poor local family, and the other set to a rich family just passing through. The dizzy nurse on duty accidentally mixes the twins, unbeknownst to the parents. Our story flashes forward to the 1980s, where the mismatched set of twins are about to cross paths following a big business deal to close down the Jupiter Hollow factory. So there's not much trivia and much to this movie. It's pretty simple as it gets. In terms of recommending this movie is a bit of a disaster. The movie starts off with a great contrast between the rich family and the poor family, but it loses steam quite quickly. Midler and Tomlin do their best to try and keep the comedy going, but unfortunately the story does not lend itself to support the comedy. The story continues to build to a climax that just is never there. A huge build-up that leads to no payoff. This is one, unfortunately, that it just, like, there's no finish to the story. It just keeps going with these, like, accidental mishaps with, like, one goes into the door, one goes out of the door, like that type of comedy. And, like, oh, look at the poor family versus the rich family in New York. It's the same joke over and over and over again for 90 minutes. So this is one, unfortunately, that I would skip. So this is going to be a shorter video this week for Big Business, because again, there's not a lot to talk about. It is one of those movies that is on Disney Plus to kind of fill content, but it's definitely one that I would not, unfortunately, I would skip this one. So thank you so much for joining us here on Disney Movie Investigation. If you would like to leave a comment below, I would appreciate what anyone would think of Big Business. If I'm wrong, definitely feel free to disagree with me. But as we look forward to our next episode, we are going to be looking at a tropical adventure as we take a look at The Beach starring Leonardo DiCaprio. And stay tuned for our bonus episode that week as we take a look at the canceled Disney theme park, Disney Sea. So until next time, I hope you have a magical day, and we will see you real soon.